Hello everyone. Right, now I've lifted the back body off. As I said in a previous short, the chassis needs a little bit of work. The back body was only held on with a couple of bolts anyway, and what I intend to do is do the necessary repairs, which will be cut out, seam welded in, ground back, and then paint the chassis all the way through again in the satin black. There's a bit to do on that rear cross member. There's a little bit to do over here above the back axle. There's a patch that I put in there a long time ago, which I'm going to cut out and do an invisible repair on that, and generally just clean it up and paint it so that it can last hopefully a very long time. Now, I don't know whether I've mentioned to you before, I've owned this Land Rover for 35 years. When I first got it, it was just completely standard, leaning over to one side. It had wheels similar to that on it. The gearbox was knackered. It had a 6-cylinder petrol engine in it. Anyway, so I spent about 9 months getting it going, putting new leaf springs on it, got on the road. But me being me, a bit of a yobbo back then, I sort of knocked every corner off it. And so it was a case of rebuild it or scrap it. So I spent the next 5 years rebuilding it, and I put a V8 in it, and the 900/16 tyres have always been compulsory on it. So today the back body's been taken off, and here we go for supposedly the third rebuild. The first time was leaf springs, gearbox, clutch, shock absorbers, wiring, get it on the road, and then the second time was a full nut and bolt rebuild, and it did look lovely. And here we have the photographic evidence. Right, so that was it, and I bought that from Matonia Windows in, I think, late 91, something like that, for £200. And that's what it was like when I got it on the road. Lifted slightly, and then I put the 900/16 tyres on it. That was it. About a year later, like I say, I, was being a yobbo with it really, knocked every corner off it. Then it was pretty much how you see it today. Again, that was me rebuilding it, and that's when I put the V8 in it, because it had the 6-cylinder, which was knackered. So I wanted it V8. So I stripped it all down, back down to the bulkhead again, and then obviously I brush painted everything underneath. I had all the panels off, but the outside was sprayed professionally. I did all the prep, and I got a friend of mine to spray it, and this is it when it was sprayed. Look, it did look lovely. And the front bumper I made to look similar to the military one, but at the time I was banger racing, and it's handy to push the cars about, etc. So I made it a double bumper with the bit in the middle, whereas on the military one that bit in the middle was missing. And there's the Rover V8 I put in it. So it was lovely. But what happened, this was a civilian Land Rover. Originally it was blue, but when I first bought it, as you can see in the pictures, it was green, and I always wanted it green. So that's what happened. But later on, I changed the body from a civilian body, which has got the external fuel filler there, look, to the military type, which hasn't, because I like the details of the military body. It's not just that, the wings are different as well. On a military one, the side lights go that way, okay? Indicator at the top, side light at the bottom. On a civilian one, it's side light on the left, and then indicator on the right, depending on who's fitted the light. So they go across rather than up and down. So that's how you can tell a military one, or military wing. Now, like I say, this Land Rover wasn't military at all. It was a civilian. Originally it was blue. So I made it military spec, and I had it like that, well, ever since. Going back on the pictures, look. There I am, look. You can see me. Don't look any different, do I? So there you go. There it is, battered. So I'm going for that patina stroke knackered look again, because I think the Land Rover looks better like that. I don't want it all shiny. I mean, it looked nice when I did it, but it just didn't look like an old Land Rover really. So this body, like I say, I replaced that. That's the military one. I'm not going to do anything to that. I've got some ribs I need to put on it, some reinforced ribs which go under the floor here. As you can see, these shiny bits there, that's where the ribs should be. So I'm going to put those on it. But the bodywork I'm actually going to leave as it is. So there you go. So I hope you like that. There it is, looking nice and shiny. So hope you enjoy that. It shouldn't take too long to get it back together again, because I'm not doing a full rebuild. I'm just doing structural repairs, paint the chassis and put it back together again. Also, the engine mounts have turned up, so that means I can lift the engine onto the gearbox, bolt the gearbox up to the engine, and then I will be able to figure out where the gearbox mounts have got to be and where the position of the gearbox is going to be. So lots to do now, and hopefully you'll see some more progress very soon. Okay, please like and subscribe and share. That would be good, because I've only got 19 subscribers at the moment. So if you could share it, that would be great. Okay, thanks very much.